Hi everyone, hope you're well today. This is the third breathing session. We're going to look to open up the breathing a bit more now. We've been studying a very small resting breath and recognizing the tension around that breath in the muscles of the body and in the mind's way of being, the links to anxiety and the lack of freedom that we create inside our body. We've been looking in a deliberately subtle way at a small breath to see how much room we actually have with our resting breath. Close your eyes. Through the mouth, have a big breath in and a deep sigh. And let's hone in using the microscope of our powerfully concentrated mind and let's have a look now at the resting breath, probably best through your mouth. A small, easy, natural rhythm that requires no effort. It only requires effort if we change it. Letting go of that breath and relaxing into the feeling of it. And checking how much room we've actually got. How small and tight is this breath? Or how open, easy, and slow is this resting breath? This tells us how we've been being in the last few hours. But already now, as we relax into this stillness and quiet, the breath will settle, it will slow, it will open up slightly, it will become easier and more steady. And hopefully now we are becoming more relaxed. Again now, have a big breath in and a deep sigh. And then close your mouth Now we start breathing through the nostrils only, drawing the breath up higher into the middle of the head, and now flowing down the tunnels of the nostrils and coming out the gates of the nose onto the upper lip, we still have a small resting breath, but now with subtle awareness, with excellent concentration, we can feel the delicate flow of air, of tiny breath particles moving through the nostrils. It's so important to be able to sit with this awareness with a small resting breath first. And now, let's start to expand the breath. Continue to breathe only through your nose. But let's see if we can lengthen the breath slightly, breathing in for a longer period, breathing out for a longer period. We are moving away from that small resting breath. We are increasing the space, but let's say it's only 30 or 40% increase. So we're not going to full nor empty. We're just opening up the range a little bit. Focus now on a longer, slower movement of air. Because we have been studying the small resting breath and noticing the subtleties of the tension around that breath, the muscles around the lungs, the stomach affecting the diaphragm. Now, as we try to open up slightly, I want you to feel that resistance from those muscles. It's important that you are not doing a very large breath and we are not pushing hard against the resistance of the muscles. We're just opening up a little bit. Feel how this breath is a little bit longer than the small resting breath. And see if you can feel the muscles that are being opened just a little bit more than they're used to being opened. we're still looking for a nice rhythm, an easy flow. So what we are doing here, and keep going if you can, this is like doing a stretch in yoga, where you lean up gently against the wall of pressure in a pose. But we are stretching the muscles around the lungs. And if we do this too strongly, too quickly, we will not learn as much. Because the change is too drastic. As we keep going here, I want you to look for the subtle signs of fatigue. If we open up too quickly, we won't understand what's happening to us mentally and emotionally. The changes will be too quick. Okay, relax. Have a big breath in through the mouth and a deep sigh. And open your eyes. Come back to the space. Be aware of it. Have a look around it. So, in the previous sessions, we've been distinguishing that it's the mind that tightens around the body and the breath. And it's what makes the breath very small, habitually, chronically. And that is because of the way of being. And so, it's very important that we open up the breath gently, not in a rushed way, not in a neglectful way, because of the psychologies we will be opening up from within. Breath work is designed to unlock your mind. You don't want to rush that process, or you will become lost and confused. This is something that you will understand more over time if you keep opening up. Again, through the mouth, have a big breath in and a deep sigh. Let's go in for one more round. Close your eyes, close the mouth, breathing through the nose, starting to open the breath a little bit, 30 to 40% more than a resting breath. A sense of slowness and gentleness. softness, lightness, a gentle opening. A steady approach. Just for another minute, keep going with the breathing. Shift your attention to the nostrils again. The longer silken thread that you are drawing gently through the nose. Just notice the sound of the breath in your nose. We barely want to hear it. If it's loud, you're breathing too heavily, too strongly, too fast. Okay, relax. Through the mouth, have a big breath in and a deep sigh. Open your eyes. Again, look at the space. Feel the space. Feel yourself in the space. What's so important here is to recognize the space does not change, but the way that you feel it does. And if you feel that the intensity of what's happening to you right now has dropped, that is an internal change. All the dramas of your life are made worse, more difficult by the way that we are being within them. When we are more steady, more relaxed, open and clear, everything feels different. And things start to flow differently. What you need to do is look outwards of these sessions, not these 20-25 minute sessions. We're not looking for change there. We've got to start looking for the effects of these practices later, in the next few hours, perhaps the next day or two, if you start changing fundamentally from within, if you change habits that have been set for many years, psychological, emotional, and physical habits, then you are changing your whole energetic structure inside a reality that is always perceived via your egoic little mind. We are opening this up from within. And we need to take small steps. Have another deep sigh. Thank you for today.